seas. From the executive producer of Survivor, a new series guaranteed to kick booty. Who will be the Pirate Master? Premieres CBS Thursday, May 31st. Watch your back.
You're watching WTVY News 4, your hometown news leader. From your hometown news leader, this is WTVY News 4 at 10.
Police in Idaho are still trying to find why a shooter opened fire at a courthouse last night, killing an officer in the line of duty. Good evening, everyone. I'm Erica Curry. It's Sunday, May 20th, 2007, and we're so glad to have you for News 4 at 10, as always. A North Idaho church served as the dramatic backdrop in an attack that left 3 people dead during a courthouse shooting. CBS News correspondent Susan Roberts has an update.
Put down your weapons, come out with your hands up.
It was the final warning to the gunman, and moments later, SWAT teams found him inside a Presbyterian church in Moscow, Idaho, with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. It was the third and final death in a shooting rampage that began hours earlier outside of an emergency call center.
The 2 officers that were inside escorted the dispatchers hurriedly, I might add, out of that area and into the jail, which was very secure.
The first police officer on the scene became the first victim. He was shot several times and died on his way to the hospital.
It is heartbreaking to report to you that he died in the line of duty, the first in the history of the Moscow Police Department to do such.
Armed with a semi-automatic rifle, police say the gunman shot at anything that moved, hitting and wounding the next officer on the scene and a neighbor who'd just come out of his home to see what was going on.
The sounds and stuff were, a little intense.
The gunman then moved down the street and into a Presbyterian church. Inside, police say he fired many more shots, killing a man in the church's office and then himself.
We believe that our community is still a safe community. These kinds of things aren't supposed to happen in Moscow.
Police have not identified the gunman, and why he interrupted the calm of this tiny Idaho town remains a mystery. Susan Roberts, CBS News.
Panama City police are still looking for a suspect in connection with a homicide that happened early Friday morning. 30-year-old Antonio Jermaine Smith is wanted for his involvement in the death of 27-year-old Derek Smith. Derek Smith was shot and killed at the Panavilla Apartments located on Flowers Avenue. Anyone with information about the incident is asked to contact the Panama City Police Department at 850-872-3100 or call 785-TIPS. A tragic car accident today claimed the life of one local man. 48-year-old Dennis Cheshire of Andalusia was killed around 2:45 this afternoon in a one-vehicle wreck. Few details about the incident have been released, but what we do know is the wreck happened on County Road 32, just 20 miles east of Opp in Covington County. Cheshire was killed on the scene. His body was taken to Foreman Funeral Home. 3 Florida Highway Patrol troopers were seriously injured this weekend after an alleged drunk driver crashed into the scene of a fatal accident they were investigating. The accident happened late last night when a passing motorist swerved to avoid slowing traffic and crashed into a police cruiser before hitting all 3 troopers. The 19-year-old driver was arrested and charged with 3 counts of driving under the influence and property damage. Thankfully, none of the troopers' injuries were life-threatening. And now an update to a local shooting story News 4 first brought you last week. 35-year-old Letitia Marshall is currently in stable condition at a local hospital. Marshall was shot in the head by her boyfriend on Thursday just before he killed himself. She was rushed to a Dothan hospital in serious and unstable condition. After almost 4 days of treatment, the nursing supervisor says her condition is slowly progressing. However, she's still being kept in the intensive care unit of the hospital. We'll continue to bring you updates on Marshall's condition as she continues to recover. The Dothan Police Department is hitting the streets hard. They're cracking down on crime, and this time they're making themselves more accessible to the public. Just a few months ago, the department brought back bike patrol to help with parking problems downtown and to help keep public parks safe. News 4's Ray McKenzie spent some time with the patrol officers and has this update.
Don't be surprised if you see a police officer like this cruising down the streets of your neighborhood. For almost 6 months now, the Dothan Police Department's 5th squad has been cycling the streets of Dothan, working to keep the city safe.
There was a request that we start patrolling the downtown area a little more heavily for parking violations, so we brought the bicycles back up.
Police officers say the type of crime they're able to monitor from the bikes gives them an advantage in downtown.
We drive up on people, all downtown areas. They don't expect to see policemen on bicycles, and they've got some good drug busts and working on seizing a car.
So far, the patrol has been effective.
The amount of car burglaries in the retail areas where we ride has dropped 10%. The retail robberies has dropped 50% in the areas that we ride in.
And the bike patrol is being well received by the public.
Everyone we seem to come in contact with has had nothing but good to say about us being on the bikes because we're accessible to the public.
In 2 weeks, the squad is getting new bicycles so they can continue to patrol local parks like Westgate and continue to serve the public. In Dothan, Rain McKenzie, WTVY News 4.
And keep an eye out for traffic issues or suspicious people. And if you see a problem that the Dothan Bike Patrol officers can help with, visit the city's website at dothan.org and fill out a complaint form. You may have noticed that gas prices in the area have started to rise again. Already in Dothan, prices have topped $3 a gallon. And because of the skyrocketing prices, many travelers are rethinking their Memorial Day weekend vacation plans. But if you think that's bad, it could be worse. In other parts of the country, prices are up to $4 a gallon, really adding a cramp to most people's lifestyles.
Average income person can't afford the high gas prices, and they keep rising, especially families that have small children, that they have to just stay at home, get the children to school, and go back and forth to work.
Prices are not expected to drop anytime soon with summer approaching and Memorial Day just around the corner. The wildfire evacuation orders along the Florida-Georgia border have been lifted. Residents who were evacuated from their homes are now allowed to return, but a state representative says it could be temporary and to keep their bags packed. Officials are now saying the blaze is 90% contained, a change from 80% last night, but dry, windy weather conditions this weekend are expected to make the fire difficult to control. There are still 185 active fires in the state tonight. Listen up if you regularly travel along Highway 52 in Houston County. Starting tomorrow morning, the Houston County Road and Bridge Department will start construction on Hopkins Road. The road is located just off 52. Hopkins Road will be closed to through traffic to begin a bridge replacement project. The project is expected to take 2 to 3 months to complete. As always, we're happy to have you with us tonight, and it was a beautiful day, wasn't it? Well, coming up, Lance Armstrong is putting his celebrity status to work in the fight for cancer research. More on this straight ahead. Plus, you may know by now that childhood obesity is at an all-time high, but why some are saying working moms are to blame. Stay close. We'll be back in 2 with these stories and more.
It should come as no surprise that the most trusted name in pest control uses the #1 name in termite protection. The Centricon system protects our White House and Statue of Liberty, and Cook's Pest Control brings that same protection to your home, eliminating termite colonies. My customers depend on it. Cook's and Centricon, the unbeatable combination.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Since Mustang doesn't have any competition, we had to outdo ourselves. Introducing the 2007 Mustang Pony Package with rear spoiler, 17-inch wheels, classic pony grille with fog lamps, all at no extra charge. Proof that when it comes to muscle cars, it's been a one-horse race for over 40 years.
Now get a Ford Mustang with $1,000 cash back and get the Pony Package at no extra charge. So take the Ford Challenge. Visit your neighborhood Ford dealer or go to FordChallenge.com.
Medical Center Enterprise, where healthcare and community connect, helping and healing in everything we do. We're your friends and neighbors who truly care for you. Medical Center Enterprise, where healthcare and community connect.
Cherish the days of summer on a new Yamaha Wave Runner. Family, fun, and the sun. We'll see you on the water. Yamaha of Panama, located 1.5 blocks north of the Panama City Mall.
You're watching WTVY News 4 at 10 with Erica Curry, meteorologist Matt Pausguy, and Chris Harris with sports.
As I like to say here, look at you still up with us tonight. Well, we're glad you are. In tonight's For Your Health, retired cyclist Lance Armstrong put his celebrity to work this weekend. The 7-time Tour de France winner headlined a news conference in Austin, Texas Friday in a late push to get a $3 billion cancer research referendum to Texas voters. The bill has already passed the state house. If the Senate also approves, it would go before voters on November's statewide ballot. Armstrong, a cancer survivor, said the bill cannot be viewed as an expense, but as an investment. Could working mothers be responsible for their children gaining weight? Dr. Sanjay Gupta takes a look at the theory.
Working 9 to 5 was a movie and a mantra in the 1980s as American women entered the workforce en masse. That's about the same time American kids started packing on the pounds.
We saw that started to happen. You could track childhood obesity. There was a direct correlation.
So, did working women lead to chubbier children? 16% of children 6 and older are overweight. That's triple the number from 1980.
We don't have the traditional approach of a woman being at home, cooking dinner, taking care of the kids, getting the kids outside, getting the kids exercised.
Families now eat out an average of 4 times a week, a big 30 years ago.
Being a working mom, I do find myself taking my children out to McDonald's and fast food a lot because when I get back after the commute, I'm too tired to fix those meals.
I think that blaming women for childhood obesity is absolutely ridiculous.
Others say obesity may be caused by a variety of factors.
At its very simplest, our kids are taking in a lot more calories than they're burning off, but there are a lot of reasons for that. It's not just because they're not eating as many dinners at home.
Regardless of cause, there are steps to help kids stay leaner.
We need to get physical education back into schools. We need to get the junk food out of schools. We need to make communities safer for kids to walk and bike and play. It's harder to do that than it is to say, Mom and Dad, you're not doing the right thing. I think Mom and Dad are doing the best they can.
And thanks to Sanjay Gupta for that report. The National Center for Disease Control says as many as 1 in 150 people are now considered autistic. Autism is a neurological disorder that can strike young children when they seem to be developing normally, but suddenly they have difficulty communicating, becoming indifferent to those around them, or demonstrate odd repetitive behaviors. Beginning Monday at 6 and 10 on News 4, Angie Casey will begin a 3-part series on autism. The series will focus on the challenges facing parents and their children as they try to overcome diagnoses. You'll meet children like Jake who require intensive one-on-one therapy for speech and daily living skills. Angie will also talk with parents of autistic children to find out about particular challenges they face.
It's something that there aren't a lot of answers for because the doctor gives you the diagnosis and that's pretty much it. So it's somewhat just overwhelming with not knowing which direction to go and what to do for your child.
The series will also take a look at resources available in the Wiregrass, as well as a program at Auburn University designed specifically for autistic children. Again, Autism Meeting the Challenge begins Monday on News 4 at 6 and 10. And that should certainly be an interesting thing, something a lot of people wouldn't even want to miss, even if they don't know of any autistic children.
Oh, absolutely. Well, anytime you deal with personal matters like that, I mean, it can always be fascinating to really learn about, especially if you have problems at home.
Exactly. Hey, tell us about the weather.
All right, let's talk about the weather. The next couple of days, I wish I could tell you it was going to be exciting. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to be all that exciting, except for a possible backdoor cold front coming through the area. We'll talk more about that coming up.
Some fear heights, others sharks. For the guys out here, it's ninjas.
Beasley, Kawasaki, Highway 231, Ozark.
I want the birth of our child to be filled with special beginnings.
From our baby's first touch to meeting her big brother for the first time. When our little girl arrives, I want to have time for family bonding.
I can help her with her first bath.
And I know we can share these precious moments at Southeast Alabama Medical Center, where my family can have it all.
Subway Restaurant's personal pizza, awesome!
Now there's new personal pizza from Subway Restaurants. Sizzling hot and bubbly with all your favorite toppings.
Absolutely delicious, the way I like it.
Best of all, it's hot out of the oven in just 90 seconds.
Oh yeah, pizza my way.
Personal pizza from Subway Restaurants. Everything you want in a pizza, fast.
Personal pizza, hot, delicious, fast.
Subway, eat fresh.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Silverado, the only extended cab pickup with rear doors that can open 170 degrees. Backed by the best coverage in America. That's why it's the 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. The all-new Chevy Silverado.
Get this 07 Silverado half-ton extended cab starting at $21,655 after total cash back. Plus, eligible military personnel use $1,000 bonus cash to get an even better deal.
Meteorologist Matt Pausguy in the Power Doppler Plus Storm Center.
Well, as I hinted to before, we're not looking at anything exciting in the next couple of days, and by exciting, I'm talking about any rainfall. No rain in sight for the next 5 days. We're going to be talking about that and why that's going to be happening. Just a minute here. 69 degrees currently out there and just clear night. Go out and enjoy it right now if you can. 46-degree dew point puts your humidity at 44%, so it's a little bit lower than usual. But the dew point is up from earlier today. We had a humidity of about 20%, and that was definitely dry out there. I got shocked at least 3 or 4 times just walking up and down stairs today. I told a story about that earlier. 73 degrees on the water tomorrow, and maybe a cloud or two, but smooth to light chop on the water and a good south wind about 5 to 10 knots. It'll be windier over there than it will be here, as it usually is the case, because a flatter surface wind doesn't have as much friction as it glides across the waters. 60s and 70s all around the area. Of course, warmer down towards the coast where they have the air conditioning, as Oscar likes to call it, down there, helping to mediate the temperatures and keep them relatively about the same. Now, for the bigger picture, 60s and 70s, once again, the only cool spots is you kind of see this little dip up here, and there's a low pressure system here over towards Boston that's pushing off towards the east. That's going to be leaving way for cooler temperatures to follow in its wake. Kind of a cold front here coming through, and as we show you, here it is. There's that low pressure system spinning around over there that's bringing in cooler air from the north. And you may not think that might affect us, but I'll tell you what, it is going to affect us. There's a high pressure system that is posing to come down and possibly give us a backdoor cold front on Wednesday night into Thursday, helping to cool our temperatures off with a little bit of wind from the northeast, but also a little bit cloud cover as well, and block some of that heat on Thursday. I know I told you Wednesday, but it looks like it might have slowed down just a little bit. Here's a severe thunderstorm watch box over in Montana and also into Wyoming, not Colorado. I know my states. Colorado is safely. They're not in the severe weather area there, so that's luckily for them. But look at all these shower throws that just have exploded over there and just caused a lot of problems. 55 degrees, though, tonight. Luckily, we don't have any of those problems here. Clear skies, another cool night, light northwest wind, not even enough to really make notice of. In that sense. 89 degrees tomorrow, very warm, and a slight breeze out there. Not that much higher, but you'll feel a little bit more than you did today. It was hot today. It'll be hotter tomorrow, but it won't feel as hot because the wind will help to evaporate some of the water off the skin. And of course, evaporation is a cooling process. Okay. As the air glides over the skin and the air will be dry, it picks up the water particles, and as the water turns to vapor, it absorbs latent heat and then makes it cooler. So
something I didn't know. You learn something new every day.
There you go. Evaporation is a cooling process. Well, that's how the body works. It's
certainly.
Sweat glands.
Glad to know it, too. Thanks a lot, Matt. Appreciate it. Hey, listen to this. You're going to like this. This is kind of a funny story.
I'll bet I will.
Okay, are you afraid of skydiving?
I'm afraid of heights.
Are you? Okay.
Yes.
Well, listen to this guy. A Minnesota man jumped from a plane 60 times this weekend. He did it all in one day to celebrate his 60th birthday. Tom DeCourcy took to the skies Saturday with 2 pilots and dozens of volunteers helping him. And you're probably thinking, okay, he wanted his 60th birthday to be his last birthday, right? Is that why he did that?
Jumped 60 times?
Yeah, in one day.
60 times.
The former Marine did 8 jumps in the first hour. all 60 then in 11 hours total. He says the previous record was 37 in one day, but to him, the day wasn't about he and his jumping record. He said it was about celebrating all veterans and soldiers serving overseas. DeCourcy's love for skydiving started in '94 when he was diagnosed with cancer.
From beginner through a master's, and got my instructor's card and pro rating and everything else you can do, and I do video work, and it's just a sport that once you get into the sport and you're comfortable with it, you want to give something back.
DeCourcy now owns a skydiving business and videotapes and photographs his jumps. He'll turn 60 Wednesday, in fact, and also says his cancer is in remission, by the way. How cool is that for him, huh?
Oh my goodness. He must have done a back-to-back running from plane to plane. That's
Right.
the only way I can think of.
Yeah, more power to him, right?
Yeah.
Better him than
definitely.
us.
Yeah.
Well, up next, a former Auburn running back takes care of some important business before he begins his rookie season in the NFL. Chris Harris will be in with that and more when we come back. Stay close.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Silverado, the only extended cab pickup with rear doors that can open 170 degrees. Backed by the best coverage in America. That's why it's the 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. The all-new Chevy Silverado.
Get this 07 Silverado half-ton extended cab starting at $21,655 after total cash back. Plus, eligible military personnel use $1,000 bonus cash to get an even better deal.
Burnham Shoes, the home of happy feet. Happy feet love Burnham Shoes. Come in and shop a while. Start feeling great again. Satisfaction is complete. Our selection can't be beat. Burnham Shoes, the home of happy feet.
At the Palace Casino Resort, we've got it all. Friendly service, non-stop gaming action, fabulous food at the Coast Premier Restaurant, Mignon's, luxury 4-diamond hotel accommodations, and the Preserve, our Jerry Pate designed championship golf course. At the Palace Casino Resort in Biloxi, we've got everything covered. We know what it takes to be your favorite casino resort. So why play anywhere else?
Spring is in the air, and so are the deals at Dothan Chrysler Dodge. 2007 Nissan Maxima, loaded, Skyview roof, super sharp. Originally $30,000, our price only $24,500.
An 03 Ford F-150 4x4 Lariat Super Cab. Step side and many extras, very sharp. Our price only $18,900. Whether it's brand new or a reliable pre-owned vehicle, Dothan Chrysler Dodge is the place for your best deal.
And now, Chris Harris with sports.
Baseball gets taken up a notch this week as conference tournaments begin all over the country, and the Troy Trojans prepare to defend their Sun Belt title. They'll get Louisiana Monroe in the first round on Wednesday. Tonight, Bobby Pierce's guys got in some extra BP before they head down to Mobile tomorrow afternoon. Now, normally in this type of situation, teams will tell you how crucial momentum is at this point in the season. However, Troy just dropped 2 of 3 on the very field which the tournament will be played, so bringing up recent history isn't quite the way to go.
You guys did this past weekend against South Alabama. I mean, it didn't help any, but we just got to come in there, and because we don't have any momentum like you were saying before too, and we just got to kind of make our own and go in there and just do the best we can.
Not as concerned about how we finished, just want to try to get the team mentally and physically prepared to open up this tournament on a positive note.
I think we have a really good chance. We're in a good bracket and good side of the bracket, and we have a really good chance to win. And yeah, we're definitely going out there and be disappointed if we don't win it.
First pitch is at 4 o'clock from Stanky Field. In the SEC, the Crimson Tide heads to Hoover as the 7th seed in the SEC tournament. Alabama earned its spot by taking 2 of 3 from Mississippi State over the weekend. And up next is the top team in the Western Division, the 2-seeded Arkansas Razorbacks. Now, this actually may be a favorable draw for the Tide since Alabama won its series with the Hogs a week ago in Tuscaloosa. This game opens up the SEC tourney on Wednesday with the first pitch at 10 a.m. The Alabama softball team took home their 3rd straight regional title this weekend, but it wasn't easy. Alabama had to come back from the losers bracket and beat Tennessee Tech twice today in order to do it. After taking the first game 19-10, Kelly Montalvo got the Tide started off right in game 2 with a 2 RBI single in the first. Then Ashley Holcomb's bomb in the second added a little cushion. And Alabama takes this one 7-2. Former Wallace Lady Gov Blair Potter was the winning pitcher in both games. So Bama moves on to the Super Regional. Up in the bigs, Atlanta and Boston got delayed nearly 2.5 hours because of the rain today. And Tim Hudson, well, he may have wanted some more leisure time because he got ripped up in the first inning. Bases juice, Jason Varitek unloads all of them. 3 RBI triple. Huddy gave up 5 in the first 2 innings, by far his worst outing of the season. Speaking of worst, how about the slump Andrew Jones has been in? He goes down there in the 4th, then in the 9th, representing the tying run. That's just ugly. Andrew struck out 5 times today, and the Braves lose 6-3. Well, it's been my experience that the only thing former Auburn running back Kenny Irons liked more than scoring touchdowns was smiling big for the camera. Now, while the end zone celebrations will have to wait a couple of months, Kenny got the chance to show off his new gear at a Donruss trading card photo shoot this weekend. And you know, once your face is on the card, you have really arrived. Irons was one of 36 NFL rookies invited to the shoot, and he showed off some of the moves that made him the Cincinnati Bengals' 2nd-round pick, a selection that, of course, puts him in the backfield with another former Auburn alum, Rudy Johnson.
I'm having him there. It makes it that much easier for me to learn the system, to be able to have the opportunity, to be able to play on the field faster. You know, Rudy just telling me, okay, Kenny, you need to do this, you need to do this, or this is how this play goes, and this is how that play goes, and you know, it'd be neat, man. I can't wait.
He always loves to ham it up for the camera, doing the Chad Johnson impersonation. His brother David loves to do that too. So fun family.
His moves.
That's right.
Didn't you say he's going to be on Dancing with the Stars next season?
No, I said he should be. I'm lobbying for him right now.
Okay,
so
cool.
Get your votes in.
And you know he's made it since he's got his own card now, you know,
right.
so there you go. He's made it. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Meteorologist Matt Posguy will have one last look at your forecast in just a moment. Plus, take the plunge with these Arctic mammals. A new zoo attraction lets you get up close and personal. We'll take you there when News 4 at 10 returns.
For News 4 on your cell phone, go to news4oncall.com.
King's Furniture and Appliances is the only store in Dothan that buys appliances by the truckload directly from the manufacturer, and that allows them to pass along huge savings directly to you. A Whirlpool washer 3-temperature 3-load size selection was $348, now $199. Match it with a Whirlpool dryer regular permanent press knit cycle was $348, now $164. Shop all the competition, bring us their best price. If we don't beat their best price, we'll give it to you free. King's Furniture and Appliances on the Circle in Dothan.
Toyota's 50th anniversary celebration is on now with the biggest Toyota selection in history. Check out the fuel-efficient Prius or the stylish Camry. While you're here, discover the Sienna with available leather seats, 10-speaker stereo system, and a DVD player. Also, check out the Highlander with seating for up to 7 and plenty of cargo space. Now with available cash back and the Touring Edition discount, get $2,750 in total savings on the 07 Highlander. It's Toyota's 50th anniversary, but with great deals, you're the one getting the gifts.
You didn't buy your sedan for the excitement. You bought it for gas mileage. But what if you could get all the mileage of a sedan plus the excitement of an SUV? Introducing the new 2008 Ford Escape with up to 28 miles per gallon and Escape Hybrid, the most fuel-efficient SUV on the planet. Take the Ford Challenge and find out why Escape gives you more fun per gallon.
Now get $500 cash back on a 2008 Escape, plus a no-charge sun and satellite package for up to $1,490 in total savings. See your neighborhood Ford dealer today.
Sugar and spice and everything nice. That's what little girls are made of. Snips and snails and puppy dog tails. That's what little boys are made of. Front yards, summertime, and memories that last a lifetime. That's what homes are made of. The American dream is closer than you think. If you haven't seen manufactured homes lately, you may be missing something. Sills Home Center, putting families into homes since 1957.
55 degrees tonight, clear skies, and another cool night again, and go out and enjoy it because it won't be the same way tomorrow. It's going to heat up to about 89 degrees. It's going to be another hot one tomorrow. So.
Wow, thanks for the warning. The Pittsburgh Zoo has plunged into a new polar bear exhibit. Kids visiting the zoo can get an up-close and personal look at the mammal. They're even tapping on the acrylic window to communicate with the 600-pound giant. The tunnel holds back 150,000 gallons of ice-cold water and will soon feature sea otters and walruses as well. Looks like a pretty cool attraction. It kind of reminds me of the Georgia Aquarium.
It does. They're letting them tap on the glass now? I thought that was a no-no.
So.
They
I
always
thought
had
that
the signs.
I guess so. That's what it says. Whether or not they're allowed, I think they're doing it. That's our time for tonight. Thanks for watching us. We'll see you back here next weekend and make it a great week ahead.